Welcome back to TechKidFX for another Fantom price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Fantom chart, which has managed to break above a high that we made at around the $0.3575 mark. We have also managed to break above the 20-day MA, and we are still holding above the 20-day MA and also that high that we made at around the $0.3575 mark. And before I get into that part of the technical analysis, first give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership. And allow me to start the video here on the 1 hour chart by first giving you a recap of what has been happening and also give you the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out here on the Fantom chart, where you can see that after making our low at around the $0.16 mark, we started a very nice bounce to the upside in a move that has been obeying the Elliot structures, where you can see that I have this Elliot structure in red having the wave 1 making its peak at around the $0.26 mark. And after seeing the high for that first wave, we saw this ABC corrective structure having the wave C fully maximizing the formation of that second wave to the lower side. And after seeing the low for that second wave, whatever we expect next is another bounce to the upside in the formation of this wave 3. And because the wave 3 to the upside is an impulsive wave, we also expected to see fractal waves in formation within that wave 3, where you can see that I have this Elliot structure in blue having the wave 5 fully maximizing the formation of that wave 3 to the upside, and also fully maximizing our target area that I had sketched out over here, connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. And you can see we fully maximized the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.3502 mark. And after seeing the formation of that wave 3, we saw a bit of a corrective structure over here in the formation of this wave 4, which retraced back to the fib level 0.382. and after touching the fib level 0.382, we started a very nice reaction to the upside in the formation of this wave 5, and I believe that is what is playing out, and this is what is going to give me the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out here on the Fantom chart. And once we see the formation of this wave 5 to the upside come to a complete, then we can name this whole structure to the upside as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside, and getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this wave 5 by first sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 5 by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the high of that wave 3. That gives me a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 5 at the fib level 0.618, and that perfectly lies at around the $0.4196 mark, and that was just a minimum target area which we have fully maximized. And since Fantom has continued to show a lot of strength to continue pushing even higher, and at the time of this recording here on TradingView, you can see the market is up by 3.71%. And because of that increase in strength to continue pushing even higher, and also given that we have the support of the 20-day MA here on the 1 hour chart, that means there are chances that Fantom might continue pushing even higher and get to the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.5184 mark. So I'm giving you my next target area here on the Fantom chart in the formation of this wave 5 to the upside at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.5184 mark. And in the formation of that wave 5, I'm also expecting to see a 5-wave structure in formation, because a wave 5 to the upside is an impulsive wave, and because of its impulsive nature, I'm expecting to see a 5-wave structure. And I believe we're also seeing such a movement over here, where we can term these as the first wave to the upside. Then we saw this corrective structure in the formation of that wave 2, and I believe in the formation of that wave 3 before we see a wave 4, then a wave 5 to fully maximize the formation of that wave 5 to the upside. And I can change the color of that Elliot wave structure, which is a fractal wave within the formation of that wave 5, and also get to see whether this wave 3 has done the minimum that we expect a wave 3 to the upside to do by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then drag the fibs to the low of the second wave. And you can see that my target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 is at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.4504 mark, which is a target area that we have not yet fully maximized, but there are chances that we we might fully maximize it. Given the support of the 20-day MA, we have the support that we need to fully maximize it, and also expect a retracement in our wave 4 and then our wave 5 to fully maximize the formation of that wave 5 and also get to the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.51 mark. So that is what I'm expecting here on the Fantom chart on the short-term scenarios. And before I give you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, we can first take a look at the indicators, where you can see that on the RSI we are trading at around the 64 mark. We have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side in the formation of that wave 5 on the RSI. Also taking a look at the MACD, on the MACD we have been able to print a bullish cross, and that means higher prices are still coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. And jumping to the daily chart to give you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, and zoom out here on the daily chart, you can see that I have this Elliot structure in red, where you can see that Fantom, from these low prices that he had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, making it to an all-time high at around the $3.5 mark in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside. And after seeing the all-time high, we started the bear market, where we had been seeing lower prices in this ABC corrective structure, which took us back to around the $0.16 mark in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 2. And after seeing the low for that second wave, whatever we expect on the long-term scenarios is a bounce to the upside in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 3, where I have sketched out a minimum target area at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $5.7395 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting Fantom to do on the long-term scenarios. And that is once we continue pushing even higher and also manage to break above the fib level 0.88 here on the daily chart, which perfectly lies at around the $0.42 mark. And that has happened on the 1 hour chart because you have made a high at around the $0.42 mark, meaning there are chances that Fantom is getting back into the recovery phase. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.